Okie dokie, guys. So, this week we are learning about natural versus manufactured fibers, and you should be in module for week 4, which looks like this right here: textiles, fibers, and finishes. And then this video is obviously posted right here. So I'm going to go through this PowerPoint really quickly, and then your video for the week will be posted above this, and that will tell you exactly what you need to do with the rest of this week. All right, so natural versus manufactured fibers. So first, you kind of need to know some characteristics about what certain fibers can have and what they don't have. It helps you select the best fiber for whatever use that it's being used for. So the fiber characteristics are abrasion resistance, which is a worn spot that can develop when fibers rub against something. So it's like peeling like the tiny balls of fiber on the outside of the fabric. If you've ever like picked a sweater, like picked your hose like that you wear on your legs, that's what this is talking about. So if you ever get those little balls of fibers on the outside of your sweaters, that's what abrasion resistance is. Absorbency is the ability to take in moisture. Durability refers to how long you will be able to wear the garment or use a particular garment for a certain amount of time. Elasticity is the ability to increase in length under tension. So when you stretch something, so if I were to stretch this mask out, it's going to like go back into its shape when I stop stretching it. Elastic does what elasticity is talking about. So when you take elastic and you stretch it, it goes right back down into what it was. It recovers from that stretch, okay? And then hand is the way a fiber, yarn, or fabric feels. So how something feels when you touch it. Resiliency is the ability to spring or bounce back into shape after crushing or wrinkling. So if I take this mask and I crush it and I wrinkle it all up, is it going to look the exact same? Obviously not, because now it has like wrinkles all over it, but this is cotton. Cotton wrinkles very easily. Strength is the ability to withstand tension or pulling. Warmth is the ability of a fiber to maintain body heat of the wearer. And then wicking is the ability to draw moisture away from the body so that moisture can evaporate. So workout gear is a good example of this, because when you wear it and you sweat, it pulls it away from your body so you don't feel as sweaty as what you probably actually are. So starting out, natural fibers. There are 2 that come from plants, and that is cotton and flax, and linen is also another word for flax. And then there are 2 that come from animals, which is down here, and that is wool and silk, which are called protein fibers. But cotton, we'll go through some of the characteristics. It's soft, it's absorbent, and it's comfortable. It wrinkles very easily, and it absorbs perspiration quickly. So that's why a lot of people wear cotton throughout the summer, because it's very comfortable, it's very light, and then it also absorbs all like sweat. It's strong and durable, it's inexpensive, it doesn't peel, and then it blends well with other fibers. Flax, which is also commonly called linen, it comes from the flax plant. It is the oldest known fiber. It is cool and comfortable, it wrinkles easily, but it's also strong and durable. So there's a lot of linen sheets and linen like tablecloths. They did make linen suits and still do, but not a lot of people like wearing them because of the other different like characteristics. So protein fibers, like I said, are wool and silk, and they come from animal sources. Wool is hard wearing and it absorbs moisture. It's a natural insulator and it does not wrinkle easily. It traps odors, but it's flame resistant. Silk is versatile and very comfortable. It's also really expensive. It can be easily dyed. There's poor resistance to sunlight exposure, but a lot of people wear it in the summer because it's cool, but then they wear it in the winter because it keeps them warm. It is the strongest natural fiber, and it's very lustrous. So manufactured fibers, they can be made into staple or filament fibers. So a staple fiber is very small. So if you think about how a staple just kind of is this big, and then a filament fiber, if I was going to fill something up, I'd want like a lot of something, right? So that means they can be very long. There are 2 different types: cellulose cellulosic and then non-cellulosic. Cellulosic is where it comes from plants and then is blended, and then non-cellulosic is where it's made from chemicals. And the manufacturing process is the solid or raw material, so all those chemicals, is changed into a liquid. So they either heat it up to a very high temperature, or they like crush it and grind it and keep spinning it over and over again to where it becomes a liquid. The liquid is then put through a spinneret like this right here. It almost looks like a shower head, and then it hardens on this side and becomes the actual fiber that is then put into a yarn. Okay, so the kinds of manufactured fibers, those are all right here. There's rayon, which was the very first manufactured fiber, acetate, nylon, olefin, polyester, spandex, and lyocell, and we will go in more depth into those. And then specialty fibers come from specialty animals. So they are protein fibers, and they are rarely found by themselves because they are so expensive. Angora is this bunny up here. So they get sheared, and then that is turned into yarn. Cashmere is this goat or sheep, either one. And then this mohair is actually a goat. This is a sheep. That's my fault. And then this is a goat. But those are rarely found by themselves. You're not going to find a 100% mohair sweater because it's super expensive. All right. And then what you're going to do is answer these 6 questions down here, so I know that you watched this video or at least looked at the PowerPoint, and you'll be good to go for that assignment.